Absolutely stunning. It's very sticky, it's sticky, it's syrupy, it's sweet, it's intoxicating, it's super sensual, a very sexy fragrance, massive compliment getter as well. Very beautiful. It projects like crazy. It lasts 10 hours on my skin. Like, it checks all the boxes. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Gisela. I review fragrances. So if you are new here, welcome to my little corner. And if you are one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here today. So if you're new here and you don't know me from Instagram, I highly encourage you to follow me there. I have a very active Instagram account and I don't share the same type of content. So if you don't want to miss content, please follow me there as well. And today is all about gourmand fragrances. In full transparency, I'm not a fan of gourmand fragrances, but the gourmand fragrances I don't really like are those that smell like a pastry, right? Like, if I don't want to smell like a walking muffin or like a walking cupcake. I do love the gourmand aspect of fragrances, but they have to still smell elegant. You know what I mean? And I do have a few gourmand perfumes in my collection that I have cherry-picked that I want to share with you today. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first fragrance on my list is Italica by 𝘖𝙁𝙁𝙁𝙁. It seems I lost the tassel. So Italica is the queen of gourmands. It needs no introduction. In fact, I made a dedicated video just to Italica back in 2021 when they relaunched this fragrance for Valentine's Day after being discontinued for years. So I'm really happy that now it's a staple in the 𝘄𝐿𝙐𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗃 line. In Italica, as I said in that video, and I keep on saying that on repeat because this is beyond sniffing a gourmand scent. To me, Italica is an olfactory experience. It reminds me of an Italian coffee shop. The moment you walk in and you smell the coffee, all the pastries, in particular the almond biscotti, which is called cantucci or cantuccini, which I put a picture here. This is exactly what Italica reminds me of, and it also reminds me of caramelized pears. Apples too, but it reminds me more of caramelized pears. It is really delicious. It's a very sweet, nutty, gosh, I'm gonna spray some on my skin. This is a fragrance that I typically wear during the colder months. But yesterday, for example, it was my husband's birthday and we went out to dinner and I wore this fragrance and oh my God, I can't even begin to tell you how many compliments I got. Even the server came to me and asked me, please, I need to know what you're wearing, because the moment you walk in the restaurant, we all turn around and said like, wow, what is that? We never smelled anything like that. And the guy was into fragrances as well, and he told me he was wearing Baccarat Rouge 540, so we ended up talking about fragrances. And yeah, he really loved it, and it seems many people who work with him like it as well. Now in the summer, I go light with the spritzes because it can be very obnoxious. It's a very sweet, very lactonic, creamy, nutty type of scent. It has almond milk, which provides not only a lactonic aspect to that, but it also nuttiness. It also has saffron, although it doesn't smell like the typical saffron you probably have in mind. In the last couple of years, saffron became trendy in perfumery. It's nothing new, but in the last couple of years, as I was saying, saffron became trendy. So saffron is very recognizable sometimes. This is not the case. It gives some spiciness, some warmth, and it actually has a very special combination because it's not common that you see saffron together with milk notes or even almond milk. So the saffron together with the almond milk and also the sandalwood base makes this fragrance stand out and smell completely different. There are thousands of gourmand fragrances that smell like cookies, like almond cookies, whatever, you name it, but nothing smells like Italica. And I'll tell you more. Italica, I think, is one of the very few gourmand fragrances on an edible level that is elegant. It's actually elegant. It's very hard to create a gourmand fragrance this gourmand at this level. That's why I was saying edible, that still smells elegant and sophisticated. But Italica actually smells elegant and sophisticated. It smells expensive. It doesn't smell cheap or tacky or anything like that. It lasts forever on my skin. It's a very polarized scent when it comes to lasting power. Some people say it doesn't last at all on their skin, but on my skin, it lasts forever, like 8-10 hours easily. And seriously, with a couple spritzes, I fill up an entire room. Like, projection is nuclear. So I'm in love with this fragrance. I will have it forever in my collection. To me, Italica is 100% a nighttime type of scent, regardless of the time of year, regardless of the season. Nighttime fragrance, 1000%. And another thing I want to mention is that Italica is a type of scent that I would never layer with anything. I would consider Italica unlayerable. And I think if you layer it with something, it will be overpowering. The only fragrance you would still smell would be Italica, unless you combine it with something very strong in oud. But honestly, I think you will destroy the beautiful gourmand DNA. So I don't encourage you to layer it with anything. It's gorgeous as is. And yeah, I highly encourage you to try it if you enjoy this type of gourmand fragrances and you still want to smell elegant. The next beautiful fragrance I have on my list is Umbre Eccentrice by Armani Privé. So this is, let me spray a little bit. Oh wow, so good. It's an ambery, spicy, honey gourmand. It's also woody. Oh wow, so good. It's also slightly earthy because it has patchouli. Now, this is not the patchouli you probably have in mind. It's not the, what I call the rotten soil type of patchouli or the hippie patchouli. This is a very soft patchouli, super beautiful. It gives the fragrance depth and it gives it that type of accord typical of nighttime fragrances. Patchouli is magical. I highly encourage you, despite of all the bad rap that patchouli has in Fragcom, I highly encourage you to get closer to this note and explore it. Patchouli can take totally different avenues. It really depends on how it's blended, what type of base that fragrance has, what type of resins that patchouli is mixed with, if it's mixed with a resin at all. I really love when patchouli is blended with some resins like benzoin, for example, like it is in this case. Benzoin, it's another note that this fragrance has that provides a sweet, honey, vanillic, slightly incensey type of aspect, which makes this fragrance deep, perfect for nighttime, especially for colder nights. And it's what complements vanilla super nicely because it also provides vanillic aspect, also sweet, honey, slightly incensey. All that is what you will get in Umbre Eccentrice. Very sensual, very feminine, very dark in the best possible way. It's stunning. It has a soft dry down, but it has great sillage. It has a great projection. As I was saying, lasting power is out of this world. And the dry down is soft, but very beautiful. Don't think that because it's soft, no one will smell it, because people do smell it. Very beautiful fragrance. It's a gourmand that doesn't smell like dessert, and I love that. Umbre Eccentrice by Armani Privé. Coming up, guys, I have on my list Tribeca by Bond No. 9, one of my favorite niche houses located in New York City. And I love Tribeca, which, by the way, it stands for the triangle below Canal Street. And this fragrance tries to evoke the essence of this neighborhood after being rebuilt. So there's a lot of memories associated a little bit. It's a beauty. This fragrance is a beauty. This is what I would call a grown-up gourmand. It's very strong in hazelnuts and cacao in the opening, but it's a complex juice, and as it transitions, you will start picking up more of other notes, while the hazelnut note will remain there for the entire time this fragrance remains on your skin. It doesn't matter if it is 10 hours or if it is 1 hour, you will always smell the hazelnut note. It's very strong here. As the fragrance transitions, you will start picking up more of the caramel, which provides a gooey aspect, and of course, it deepens the gourmand facet of it. and also ambroxan, but you will get more of the ambroxan in the dry down, where the base is a little bit more woody. And also ambroxan helps a lot with lasting power. In fact, as a side note and as a quick tip, whenever you want to extend the lasting power or the staying power of your favorite fragrance, spray on top ambroxan. My favorite ambroxan is Eccentric O2 by Eccentric Molecules, but it doesn't have to be that one. Any ambroxan will help you extend the lasting power of your fragrance. Sometimes you don't even need to layer your fragrance with ambroxan because it has ambroxan in the composition, which is very beautiful. It provides a very soft, woodsy, airy type of cloud, but it also helps with the lasting power. So yeah, this fragrance is extremely long lasting. I get around 12 hours on my skin, if not more. Very, very beautiful, also very elegant. It's very different from Italica, totally different, but I think these two are prime example of how a gourmand fragrance, an extreme gourmand fragrance, I would say, that are on an edible level, can still smell very elegant and sophisticated. It's also very creamy. It does have jasmine in the composition, which you won't smell the jasmine per se, but I think the jasmine is key here to provide a feminine aspect to the fragrance. Otherwise, it would be 1000% unisex in a tad bit more masculine leaning. However, I think the jasmine here is key to make this fragrance completely unisex, and in my opinion, it leans more feminine, and I think it's thanks to the jasmine. I think this fragrance is money well spent. I know that Bond No. 9 fragrances can get a bit pricey, but this is one of the cases where you won't regret. Try before buying. It's not a safe blind buy, but I think you won't regret. If you like nutty, creamy, gourmand, grown-up gourmand type of scents, I think you will love Tribeca. The good thing is that they make it in 1.7. Years ago, you could only find their fragrances in 3.4. And now they make it in 1.7, which also helps with the price. And I highly encourage you to try this beauty because I can't get enough of Tribeca. Guys, the next one on my list is Gourmand Extreme by Les Fleurs du Golfe. What can I say? I think, seriously, these 5 are my favorite gourmand fragrances in my entire collection. Like, having these 5 I'm gonna show you today, it's like I don't need anything else. I'm not even interested in trying anything else. It doesn't get any better than this. This fragrance reminds me a lot of Rosendo Matteo No. 5, which is a keeper for life. I have 1 or 2 backup bottles. And think about Rosendo Matteo No. 5 with a gourmand touch. And this is what Gourmand Extreme is. Look at that color. Look at the color. It's absolutely stunning. It's very sticky. It's sticky, it's syrupy, it's sweet, it's intoxicating, it's super, super sensual, a very, very sexy fragrance, massive compliment getter as well. Very, very beautiful. It projects like crazy. It lasts 10 hours on my skin. Like, it checks all the boxes, guys. And it's also a grown-up type of gourmand. This is not the snack type. This is not a teenager type of gourmand. And I think it's a beauty. This is also very, very elegant, very sophisticated. It smells gourmand, definitely gourmand, but it doesn't smell like food. It doesn't smell like dessert. It doesn't smell like a pastry. It doesn't smell like cookies. This is a beauty of its own. Let me spray some on my skin. The blotters are fine, but this fragrance, I want it on my skin. It's so, so sweet, so beautiful. It's rich, it's voluptuous, it's very, very opulent, very opulent. It smells not only exquisite, but also very, very expensive and luxurious. Very, very beautiful. 100% nighttime fragrance, and especially for colder weather. You can wear it all year round, just like Italica or Tribeca. Just be mindful with the spritzes. But to me, honestly, this is a nighttime type of scent. It's a femme fatale. I should have included this one in my previous video about sexy fragrances, femme fatale fragrances. I completely forgot. And now that I pull it from my cabinet to film this video, I thought, oh my God, I should have included Gourmand Extreme, because it is 1000% a femme fatale type of scent. Very, very rich, very opulent. It truly is a hidden gem. I never heard anyone talking about this fragrance. I did a full review on my Instagram. You can check it here. It's a gourmand fragrance with a vanillic and musky dry down that makes this fragrance very cozy. Although it's a femme fatale type of scent, it's also very cozy, very enveloping, very cocooning, and it's perfect for winter nights. So I highly encourage you to try Gourmand Extreme. And last but not least, Angel's Share by Kilian. Guys, what can I say that hasn't been said already? But this is the most beautiful, delicious, boozy gourmand you can find on the market. It's also very comforting as well, despite of its booziness. It has a very strong cinnamon note, which together with the sandalwood, I would say those are the most prominent note. You know, I can smell it directly from the bottle. I don't even have to spray. The cinnamon is here, that strong booziness is here as well, and the sandalwood. It's very beautiful. So Kilian belongs to the Hennessy family. They've been in the cognac making industry for generations, and he wanted to pay tribute to his family, to his origins, and he created Angel's Share and Roses on Ice. And if you pay close attention, the bottle resembles a crystal Scotch glass. I remember my dad used to have Baccarat crystal glasses for his Scotch, and the moment I got this fragrance, my dad's crystal glasses came to mind. Stunning perfume, very sexy. It also has tonka, it has praline. Both notes provide that gourmand aspect to this fragrance, especially the praline. Praline provides a lot of creaminess in that yummy aspect without being a snack type of scent. Angel's Share to me also smells like baked pears or apples. In this case, apples too, because of the cinnamon. It has a very strong cinnamon note. It's very spicy, but it's also very creamy, and it's also very woodsy. So the spiciness is not so sharp. So if you don't like spicy fragrances because you find them sharp, especially in the opening, you won't get that with Angel's Share, because although the cinnamon is there, very present and very prominent, it's not sharp at all. It's very thick, it's very addictive, it's very intoxicating, it's 100% unisex. Although to me it leans more feminine, at least it smells very feminine on my skin. And my husband loves how it smells on my skin. He doesn't like it for himself because he finds it too feminine. So yeah, but it's definitely a unisex fragrance. Lasting power is about 4 hours in colder weather and 5 hours in the summer. Smells very sophisticated, very expensive, and very luxurious. So if you want to smell expensive, luxurious, but you still want your gourmand perfume, Angel's Share is a must try. Guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video about the top gourmand fragrances for women. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite, if you have tried any of this, or if you have any other favorites. Do you wear gourmands during the summer, or is it more like during the winter or all year round? I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.